Okay, number one, a painter will paint N walls. They all have the same size and shape, so they have the same length and width in a specific brand of paint. The painter's fee can be calculated by the expression N times K LH, where N is the number of walls, K is a constant with units of dollars per square foot, L is the length, and H is the height. Okay, so the area of the wall, if we think about this conceptually, area of the wall for each wall is the length times the height. Okay, that's our L times H terms right there. N is the number of walls. So if we want the total area that's going to be painted by the painter, we're going to multiply N times L times H, the area of each wall times the number of walls. Lastly, if we want to figure out how much this painter is going to charge, we multiply that, the total square footage, by K. That's the price per square foot. So if we think of K conceptually, it's the price per square foot, which means this is what depends on the type of paint, etc. So if the customer asks the painter to use a more expensive brand of paint, what's going to change would be the K value, the price per square foot. The correct answer for 1 is C, K. Number 2, if 3R equals 18, what's the value of 6R plus 3? So I could just solve this for R and say R equals 6, multiply that by 6 and add 3. It's almost easier, though, just to double 3R, because I know 6R is double 3R. That's 36, and then just add 3. The answer is 39. So 6R is 2 times 18, the 3R, plus the 3, if you didn't catch what I'm doing there. So the correct answer for number 2 is D, 39. Number 3, which of the following is equal to a to the 2/3? So again, whenever you get these exponent problems, and in general, it pays to do a vertical scan of the answers, because you want to know what form they're putting the answer in. There are any number of ways I could express this, but you want to make sure you express it in the form of the answer. Sounds kind of obvious. Okay, so a to the 2/3 is going to be in some radical format. Well, we know what a to the 2/3 is if you know the definition of rational exponents, which is x to the m divided by n equals the denominator root, that is the nth root, of the numerator, or the base to the numerator power, which is x to the m. So in this case, a to the 2/3 would be the denominator root, the cube root, of a, the base, to the numerator power, a squared. The correct answer is D, the cube root of a squared. Okay, the number of states that joined the United States between 76 and 1849 is twice the number of states that joined between 1850 and 1900. So we have 2 periods, call it period 1, and that's going to be double the amount of period 2. If 30 states joined between, well, what is period 1, and X joined between period 2, which of the following equations is true? Well, if 30 is period 1, we know 15 must be period 2. So our answer for X should be 15. One way to answer the question is to look at which answer has 15 when you solve for X. Well, X for A is 2/30. That's not it. For B, X divided by 2 on both sides is 15. That's your answer. B is going to be correct. C, X is 60. That's not right. D, X is minus 28. That's not right. So that's one way to answer the question. The other way is to set it up algebraically, conceptually. I know twice X, that's period 1's amount, because we know the period 2 is half of period 1's amount. So twice period 1's amount equals the given period 1 number of states joining, 30. So conceptually, that is the equation for B2 if you want to set up the algebraic equation.